Fox News Podcasts presents the Bret Baier Podcast with Fox News Chief Political Anchor Bret Baier.
Joining us now to talk about AI and the future is the co-founder and CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang. Jensen, thank you so much for being here.
It's great to be here, Bret.
I mean, it's an exciting time, it's an exciting day. For you, as you hear the president and you talk to the administration about what's going forward, how do you see it?
We are at a transformational time, an inflection point in technology. We are reinventing computing for the first time in 60 years. This is a very big deal. The computer hasn't been reinvented in 60 years. Before it was called general purpose computing, the software was written by hand. Now, software is learned by computers. We call it artificial intelligence. And this transformation has resulted in a revolutionary technology we understand and is revolutionizing every industry. But what the president is announcing today is going to accelerate AI innovation in America, is going to accelerate AI deployment in America with all of the infrastructure and the energy that he's going to put to bear. And he's going to enable American tech stack to be proliferated around the world at incredible rate. And I think that those three initiatives are going to fundamentally change the United States' position in the years to come.
You talk about expanding around the world. New York Times had this piece that kind of talked about you persuading the president to sell AI chips to China, saying that you met with Mr. Trump in the Oval Office, pressed his case for restarting sales of specialized chips, and said two people familiar with the meeting, he argued that American chips should be the global standard. That's what you're talking about there. First of all, is that true? Is that how it all went down?
Well, my job is to inform and comply. And I did my best to inform. And the important thing to realize is that America wins when the American technology becomes a global standard. And the reason why it was so important to get H20 back into the China market is that there are 50% of the world's AI researchers are in China, tens of thousands of AI startups in China. We want to make sure that we have every opportunity to compete in that marketplace and win those developers. And when that happens, when half of the world's AI researchers develop on an American tech stack, as the technology diffuses around the world and proliferates around the world, we become the global standard. And so that's really important to do. And the most important thing we have to do right now is to get H20s and get American technology back into the China market.
Despite the fact that people are so afraid that China steals everything, copies everything, if you go into that market, maybe your chip becomes a China chip in about 3 months.
Well, I have every confidence in the American innovation. Remember that the computer industry is a national asset. It's a national treasure. No industry that I know of can remember that has dominated the world in technology and innovation and leadership than the computer industry of the United States. We're really honored to be part of this industry, but this industry is ready to compete. We'll take anybody on and ready to innovate at a rate nobody's ever seen.
Did you ever think, when you started this company, and I'm saying that it's in the Denny's you started it with your co-founders,
right,
came up with this idea, that you'd ever have a company that has a market cap of $4.133 trillion? I mean, that's more than many, many countries.
Our goal was to reinvent the computer. That was our idea, to reinvent the computer. The way that it worked in the past, we felt was going to run out of steam, and that there was going to be an opportunity for us to introduce a new way of doing computation. It took us 33 years to do this, and now we're at that moment. We're at that inflection where the way we invented computers to work is now going to be the way future computers work, and it's a really exciting time for us. But it's been a dream come true.
Or the people who say, listen, I get it, AI is the future, but I'm scared about it. I'm scared about what happens with it. Paint a picture, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, knowing what you know.
AI is incredibly powerful technology, no doubt, and it will do enormous good. It could also be used in harmful ways. The first thing to realize is that AI is going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of other AIs keeping it safe, either to secure it, guardrail it, monitor it, to curate it, to keep evaluating it, making sure that it gets better. So every AI is not just an AI that's out there doing things. You know, AI is going to be surrounded by tons and tons of AIs. And it's also important to realize that AI is the greatest equalizer that we have ever known. And now what I mean by that is, if you look at the computer industry, this industry has really benefited about 30 million people or so who knows how to program a computer, but now everybody knows how to program a computer. All you have to do is go up to a computer and say, you know, how do I program you? And how do I, help me do something useful with you? Teach me how to do that. And because it's intelligent and it knows how to interact with you, it'll even show you how to program itself. And so this is such a big deal. It elevates the capabilities of everyone. It raises the bar of almost anyone. You know, we say that because of AI, we can now all be artists. Because of AI, we can all be programmers. Because of AI, we can all be great writers. It raises the bar of everyone. And so I would advise everyone to engage AI. And here comes the next part. We think that AI is just about chat and large language models. But remember, there's going to be AI for science, AI for 5G, AI for quantum, AI for weather, AI for all of these different fields. There are 1 million AI models in the world. People don't realize how many AI models there are. And that's why it's so important that we make sure that the American tech stack is the standard underneath all of those AI models.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause here. We'll be back after this. And for the people worried, you know, you've seen these companies that have chopped thousands and thousands of jobs, mainly programmers, because AI is doing the programming. The job future for the U.S. is going to change.
There's no question everybody's job, there's job and there's tasks that we do in the job. The tasks that we do, the work that we do in our job is going to change. Everybody's job will change. Some tasks will go away, some tasks will be new, some jobs will go away, some jobs will be new, but there's no question everybody's jobs will change. The thing that's really important is the productivity of our industry, the productivity of our country is going to go up. So long as we have new ideas that we want to put to work, so new ideas that we can imagine for the future, then prosperity will result in growth. If you look at the last several hundred years, prosperity has gone up, jobs have gone up, jobs have changed, but it's all driven by productivity. We're going to see enormous productivity in the coming years. I would advise that everybody learn how to use AI. And it's easy to use. There's a reason, there's evidence that it's easy to use because ChatGPT is the fastest growing, fastest adopting application in history. To go from 0 to 1 billion users in less than 2 years, that's because it's easy to use. It's incredibly delightful to use. I use 4 different AIs every day.
4?
Yeah. I use them to get second opinions, or I'll give the same prompt and the same query to all 3 of them to go do research for me, and I get them to work with each other so I get better answers, just like you do with Teams. And so this is an incredible revolution in technology. Everybody ought to get engaged.
So Charles Payne would be upset if I didn't ask this question, and that is Nvidia's 5-year stock price. You're up more than 1,500% in 5 years. What does the future look for your company?
The opportunity that we're looking at in the future is likely measured in trillions. Now, when you take a step back, artificial intelligence is going to be a fundamental infrastructure for every society, every company.
Around the world.
Around the world. And it's a fundamental infrastructure in the same way that electricity was an infrastructure, information, internet was an infrastructure. Now we have this concept called intelligence as an infrastructure. President Trump is so visionary in recognizing that we need energy to produce intelligence.
We talked about that yesterday with the Energy Secretary.
That's right.
It's a big push.
It's a big push because we would like AI factories all over our country so that we can build a fundamental layer of intelligence by which every single company and every single industry could be built on top. This industry of producing intelligence is likely going to be in trillions. And so that's just the United States and around the world.
And the policy of this administration versus the last, when you see this issue, how do you characterize that?
One, without energy, we will not be a world leader in AI. That was so incredible. The first day of President Trump's administration, he made it very clear he is pro-energy and pro-energy growth. Without pro-energy growth, how would we have new industries and new growth opportunities? Second, recognizing that this is a time not to hold back on AI, but to make sure that innovation is as fast as possible, and that the world is built on the American standard. Just as the world was built on the American dollar, we want the world to be built on this standard. Imagine how the world would be different if United States is today the global standard of telecommunications. We literally do not control the world's telecommunications standard. We can't afford to allow that to happen with AI. We must control the standard. And the way to control the standard is to make sure that every company, every AI developer, every country around the world is built on the American tech stack.
At what point in market cap, was it 1 trillion, 2 trillion, 3 trillion, you decided to go with the leather jacket all the time?
I decided to go with the leather jacket all the time when my wife gave me the leather jacket and said, "You wear this, you know, Bret."
And it's comfortable.
And you wear what your wife gives you.
There you go.
You know?
I do too. Jensen, we really appreciate it. We look forward to having you come back to Special Report.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.